All right, so welcome back for another deep dive. You ready to get hooked on another first line?
Always, I'm ready.
Okay, excellent. So today we're going to be looking at a classic children's book,
Okay.
E.B. White's Charlotte's Web. I think most of us probably read this as a kid.
Yep.
But even if you haven't, I think most people are at least familiar with the story.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But like we always do here, we're going to take a look at the first line and see what we can learn about the entire story just from that.
Right.
So here it is. It is not often that someone comes along who is a true friend and a good writer. Charlotte was both.
What do you think? Does that hook you? It's interesting, right away we're learning about what kind of character Charlotte is. I mean, we don't know anything about what she looks like or, what she does or anything like that. But we're learning that she's a true friend and a good writer. And we're also kind of getting this sense like we're looking back on her life, almost like we're reading her eulogy.
Oh, that's such a good point. Yeah, because it is in the past tense. And we are looking back on her life. And he specifically points out being a true friend and a good writer. Is that just like a sweet sentiment, or is there something more there, you think?
It's definitely significant because later in the story, her friendship really does manifest through her writing, through the webs that she makes.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. So it's kind of foreshadowing the power of words and how they can be used to create change and, all that.
And, it makes me wonder, too, the opening line is all about Charlotte. There's nothing about Wilbur in it.
Right.
What do you make of that?
I mean, it definitely makes you wonder whose story this really is.
Yeah.
Like, is it more Charlotte's story than Wilbur's?
And even the way that it's worded in the past tense, like Charlotte was both, it kind of makes me wonder, like, are we headed towards a tragic ending here? Yeah, it's interesting how he uses such simple language, but it really evokes all these complex emotions. I mean, it doesn't explicitly say anything about a tragic ending, but it definitely sets this kind of contemplative tone, like we're already thinking about the depth of her character and how her life might be fragile or something.
So much packed into one sentence. We've got friendship, the power of words, a little bit of melancholy.
Yeah.
And it seems like maybe there's more to the story.
For sure.
Than just a simple farmyard adventure.
Yeah.
So that's Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. One sentence that really gives you a lot to think about.
A lot to think about, yeah.
And a lot to wonder about as you go into the rest of the book.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining us for another deep dive. And we'll see you next time.